How you spell great?
G-R-A-Y.
Oh, I got it.
Yo, welcome back to Days and Graves. This is our 24th episode. Today is all about fathers, happy Father's Day and all that stuff. But before we get into all that good stuff, I want to introduce my co-host, Mr. Eli Hamilton. What up, Eli?
Hey, everybody, what's going on? 24th episode. You know what that means. Kobe. Kobe.
Yep. Thank you.
Kobe
Eli.
Yes. We always try to have like some type of concept with the number. So what other better person than a great dad, great basketball player than to honor this 24th episode, the great Kobe Bryant.
I like what you did there. I like that. I mean, I don't like many things you do on here, but that was kind of smooth.
You know. Eventually, a blind squirrel finds a nut. One, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Oh, yeah, we got M. Brown, too.
I want to introduce.
Oh, he's just gonna throw me. He's gonna. Oh yeah.
I didn't even see you there. I forgot. My bad.
We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right then. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for being on the podcast, and I'm proud of you for the shit that you got going on. In terms, you didn't see M. Brown on JFL, for the Kevin Hart, goddamn,
Pluto TV, the Pluto TV channel,
the Pluto TV channel. Seen him on True TV, Laugh Tracks. Okay, I'm telling you right now, this dude. I saw him out in LA, rocking Tony Baker show, out in LA.
Kev on stage.
Oh yeah, man, that was Kev on stage. But I mean, Tony Baker was there. My bad.
Tony Baker was there.
Man, them dudes was making a killing. Anyway, that's a whole other topic. But anyway, we got M. Brown on the show this week, man. And I'm happy that you are here, bro. And you are a father. And that's why you are here. And me and Eli was like, man, we're going to talk about fatherhood today. But I was like, man, we ain't got no kids. So we got to bring somebody on that's a parent. And you are funny and you got kids. So guess what? You here now. You here. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How y'all, man? First and foremost, thank y'all for having me, man. Big fan of the show, man. Been watching y'all for. I ain't seen all 24 episodes. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't seen all 24. But I'm gonna throw a Nick Van Exel and say I seen 9.
Whoa, hey.
He's a quick learner. He catches on quick.
So do you have like your own like weed basement in your house?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I got a room that I can go to mainly where all my shoes are at my shoe room.
They don't smell the weed?
No, I got a window in there and door jammers where they don't even know what's going on. Unless
because you just recently purchased a home, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Look
at this man being responsible, you know what I'm saying? Bought a house for the family, you know what I'm saying? Still ain't got no life insurance, but he's still doing his thing. That's what's up.
You're not gonna say that every time you see me.
I'm gonna bust your balls. So you
don't have life insurance.
Yeah, mind you, for anybody who watching, M. Brown, that's one of my good friends in the game, man. We've been busting each other chops since day one, man. But I love this dude, man. I didn't see him come up in the game.
Not to mention, I've helped Eli move 4 times in 4 years.
What's going on? What's that?
Somebody needs to mute their phone or something. I don't know what that is.
That wasn't me.
Be careful. Still got ratchet ringtones in 2021. James, is that you?
No, it is not. No.
Oh, okay.
And somebody put me on this website, man, and it's like this Chinese website that they be selling these fake Jordans and these fake shoes. But man, they look so real. They look so damn real. And I'm at that point in my life where, like, I know I'm doing all right financially, so if I had on fake shoes, I don't give a damn. I'm about to buy some.
And wouldn't nobody think they was fake, but you would know right here. You would know.
I'm 40. I give no fuck.
But okay, right here.
Me
right
neither.
Here.
My daddy used to wear the Velcro shoes with the 2 straps. And like he had a potassium deficit. Right. So I think I'm doing pretty good at 40 if I'm wearing fake Jordan. I don't give a fuck.
It's a new age, it's a new day. Back when our fathers was walking around, waking up, going to Ace Hardware to get lawnmower supplies, it was all right to have on them Velcro shoes. These days, if I see you on stage with some of them on, Dave, and you bring if you on stage and you bring me up with them on, I might have you come back on stage and hold your foot up just so everybody can see it. Hey, Dave, come back and hold your foot up so everybody can see these.
You see how you
have something to say about my Johnson and Murphy boots, and them is some high-end, very expensive boots. The fact that you roast them lets me know you have no fashion sense. And here's the thing.
I don't.
No, here's the thing. You can have all of $300, $400 Jordans, retros, Air Max, all that. But if you don't know how to dress like a gentleman, you don't know how to dress. And
Eli,
guess what, my friend? You don't know how to dress.
I don't care how much those boots cost. They look like the boots that Morgan Freeman went and got his soldiers on Glory. So the fact
that you looked into his shoes that close in the movie screen, say, man, it
was the main movie. Like, that
was a great fucking movie, and that's the only thing you realize about the movie is those boots.
No, I realized that you was in the movie and you kept your boots from the set. They still looking from you from 1982. They looking for you to get them boots back.
And Brian, I've never seen you in a pair of dress shoes.
I don't own a pair of dress shoes.
That's sad.
Not one.
You in your early mid 30s now and ain't got no, bro. Yeah.
But let me tell you why.
You're not set up for success.
Oh yes, I am. But let me tell you, I do own one pair of dress shoes I bought for my brother's wedding. But my mother put such a high value on dress shoes as a kid. I used to have to dress up to go to like Chuck E. Cheese and Odyssey Farm World. She used to make us wear dress clothes. So now it's just like I don't.
She would make y'all wear dress clothes to Odyssey Fun World?
The birthday parties, bro. Swear, like no lie.
You Jehovah's Witness?
No, just regular Baptist. My mother she'd be like, hey, this is a birthday party. Y'all got to dress nice. She would make us dress up. So now I'm just like, I would never wear dress shoes again.
James, can you share this in the Jays and Grays page as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. What's going on this week, man? Before we get into our fatherhood emotional topic of the day and give a shout out to the great dads and the bad dads too. Let's get into some current events, man. Eli, what's cracking?
So, Texas, the great state of Texas, just passed a permitless gun law, meaning you can own a gun, you can get a gun with no background check. I don't know how well that's going to play out.
It's not going to play out well because Texas is like the most racist state, and it's also the most ratchet. Like it got the most ratchet cities inside the most racist state.
Name 5 ratchet cities in Texas.
You said what?
5 ratchet cities in Texas.
Dallas, Austin, San Antonio,
Houston. Houston ratchet as fuck.
Austin and San Antonio?
Man, I didn't say crazy that. For them Spurs.
Well, I said ratchet, not crazy sports fans. Austin is probably the most progressive city in Texas.
Wherever they had, was it Galveston?
Dave, you will love it. They love everybody. They super liberal, and
I'm going to Austin tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Is it
true story?
It's Austin where a lot of the people from Chicago moving to?
Yep.
No, I mean not just Dallas. Everybody Chicago, in Dallas
from everywhere.
Right.
From LA, they moved to Austin because it was cheaper at first, but now it's not cheaper no more because everybody came and drove the price up.
Okay.
Bobby Bush.
Yeah, it looks to me like another stand your ground law state. We're gonna hear something on the news soon enough. But hey, if anybody can get a permitless gun, it ain't gotta just be racist. Cause everybody about to be carrying that back. What do you call your gun? Pistola, banger, that thing, Thule.
But what are the current laws?
Like the Widowmaker.
The current laws in Texas aren't that steep as they are in other states. So I don't think this is like a giant step for them. You know what I'm saying? Because you can already almost get a gun just, it ain't that hard to get a permit in Texas like it is in Illinois.
Well,
that's true.
Illinois, a whole different animal.
I mean, but I always assume that if you see somebody in Texas walking around, they got a gun on them. So
open carry. Yeah, man. So Texas, don't mess with Texas. I believe that's y'all's slogan. Get you a bulletproof vest. That's all I can tell you. Because if they had permitless gun laws here in Illinois, I think the crime will go down a little bit. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because motherfuckers will start shooting back and gang them when they start, because them motherfuckers is terrorizing everybody. So a lot of people scared to carry a gun because the laws are so steep here. So I'm one of them people that's like, I'm not like pro NRA gun laws, but I understand people who are.
You are so diet Republican. Like every
Hey, let me ask you a question. Why? First off, well, here's two questions. First off, why you say that?
Because you're very, very conservative, super conservative, and most Republicans are very conservative. Only thing that you lacking is just some bird lips and.
Okay, hold on. So first off, Sydney said, "What up, though? What up, Sydney?" And Brandon says he think the crime rate would go down too. Brandon, can you explain why in the chat why you think the crime rate would go down? And what you think? You think passing that permitless gun law is a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it's a good thing because people will be able to, more people will be armed. But considering the city we live in and the way shit goes down, it won't. I don't think it would too much matter because people are shooting to be like everybody got a gun. The people that they shooting at more than likely got a gun on them anyway. They just getting caught before they pull it out. You know what I'm saying? So this just gives people more protection to, you know what I'm saying? I guess make people feel safer so then they could protect themselves in case somebody do start shooting. They can come up from the side or maybe in a grocery store or one of them mass shooting situations.
Right. So Brandon said people will think first before they act. And that's my thing. My whole thing is this. Here's my second question for you, Dave. Since you are against it, right? You anti-guns, right?
No, I'm not anti-gun.
So
I'm not like a gun aficionado, but I mean, having a house, you got to protect yourself. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I used to be against guns, but
you don't feel like it should be the Wild Wild West.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everybody don't need a gun, and people don't need machine guns for show in their house.
Well,
friends, I got machine guns. Like, nigga, this is not a Call of Duty. This is not a zombie video game. What the fuck you have an AK-47 in your house for?
Now but you definitely need a rifle though, because if somebody coming to your house and like me, a father, somebody coming to my house with a handgun, I want something that's gonna overpower them.
What did you hear about that guy? And I think it was Oklahoma. He been in jail for a year because somebody tried to break in his business. I think it was a dispensary. Mm-hmm. And he shot him. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, like, I'm not against it. Like, I don't even really pretty much care for guns. Please believe I got one though. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to shoot nobody. I don't have to use it. But my second question to you, Dave, was, would you rather live in a world where men are incapable of being dangerous?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Just answer the question.
You said go back.
I don't ask blank questions. Would you rather live in a world in America or whatever where men are incapable of being dangerous?
But I want to live in a country where men aren't capable of being dangerous.
Think about it. You can answer that too.
That sounds good. If people can't be dangerous, like what's the downside of that?
Okay. What about you, M?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, sometimes dangerous, you mean like just not live in danger of anything? Or if
you are incapable of being dangerous, is that a good thing or a bad thing? If every man in America was incapable of being dangerous, do you think that's a good thing?
That's Austin, Texas. Like that sounded like one of them real
right. Okay. Or Canada.
Here's my point.
It is Canada.
My point is this. If you are incapable of being dangerous, and this goes hand in hand with this whole gun stolen situation, then somebody who is gonna eat you for lunch. No. I say incapable of being dangerous. How are you gonna protect your family if you are incapable of being dangerous?
But if I live in a society where everybody's not dangerous, why would there be somebody this question is
ain't nobody gonna be dangerous?
Notice I said if men in America were incapable of being dangerous. So if somebody came over here and fucked you up, you are incapable of doing anything. That means you are vulnerable. It's good to be capable of being dangerous. Like, I don't want to do nobody. It's just like they say, I'm not a killer, but don't push me.
But Eli, you know I'm just saying. So whoever did that is obviously not from America. Then
is everybody in America? Is everybody in America from America? I just use don't focus so much on the regional part of the question. I'm just saying though, you want it as a like that's one of your things. As a man, you are a protector. In order to be a protector, like Socrates. If you didn't know it ain't though. But in order to actually, I was listening to a Jordan Peterson podcast, but it made a lot of sense. But if again, how can you be a protector, but you're not capable of protecting because you're a little fucking cuddly kitten? You're incapable of being dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Oh, being capable of being dangerous is what, toxic? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool, chill, and everything. But I have a violent streak to me if I need to, and I think it's important. So hence the reason was when people say, no guns, no guns, no guns. Somebody got a fucking gun. And if they come at you with a fun gun and you ain't got one, then what? So, yeah, I mean, I don't. So you calling me conservative and Republican and everything. I just look at things from both sides of the coin. I think you only looking at it from one.
First of all, I didn't say that guns are the problem.
You call me a Republican because I said I ain't mad at it.
I call you a Republican because you are a Republican.
Then stay on topic, motherfucker. That's not what you said.
You get mad every episode.
No, hey, man, you be hurling bullshit with y'all know.
Cut it out. Who said that?
Yo,
get off my grass.
Anyway,
goddamn niggers.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, it makes a lot of sense though. All right. So if y'all in the chat, y'all hear what I'm saying? Y'all, yeah, they the cuddly killer, right? That's you, Dave. He ain't no killer. He just cuddly so fast. I'm so tired of you. Anyway, man, come back to Chicago. You need to get jumped by some GDs just to go back and like, yo, I got to jump by some GDs when I went to the crib.
Eli, what are you drinking out of? What is that?
Oh, this is shout out for Father's Day because my dad used to drink out of a mason jar. So this Tito's is for you, Dad, even though he didn't drink Tito's.
Did you wash the bottom of it? What is that in the bottom?
That's seeds because I squeeze lemons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I put lemons and Tito's in water. I'm trying to watch my calories. But stay on topic too. The next current event thing is
hold on. Before you go on to your next topic, you said I need to come back to Chicago. I'm becoming more LA friendly every day. Okay, in terms of the weather, I'm a Clippers fan. Like I'm watching the games. Like, yo, woo, Paul George going the fuck out. And you know what's crazy? I realized, you know how the Cubs and the White Sox have a beef, but it's a beef, but it ain't that bad. Like, if you're a White Sox fan, you don't hate the Cubs. Like, you might not like them, but you still gonna root for them because they Chicago. These motherfuckers out here in LA, if you're a Lakers fan, nigga, they hate the Clippers. They hate them. They're like, you're dumb. You're stupid. Why would you follow a team that has no championships and we got 17 championships? You dumb bitch. Right? So for me, I like the battle. So my Bulls are number one, but we're not in the playoffs. So guess what I'm rocking with? Kawhi and goddamn PG and Patrick Beverly from the West Side.
Kawhi is hurt.
He hurt, and PG braids is looking more and more like Kawhi's every day.
I don't need you to comment on nobody's hair, goddamn. Okay?
Yeah, he got them French braids to the back.
You look like the origin story to Busta Rhymes. Like if Busta Rhymes did a movie about his lock process.
You can talk all you want to, but these locks, these antennas that's embraced in my melanated king skin, I love them. And I'm so glad. It was one of the best decisions I had. And M. Brown, it was one of the best decisions when you cut yours off because them bitches was dirty. On to the next topic.
Eli, your hair,
14th.
Your shit is receding.
What? No, my hairline is not receding, sir.
Just the top of your head is receding.
No, it's not at all. No, my hairline is not receding.
Only the top.
It was, I would admit it. No, top. My hairline is not receding. It's not receding. I got some grays, but I'm 39 years old. You got some grays. Like you started getting grays at 19. What?
Like you just got a ponytail. It don't look like you got hair.
It's in a ponytail. Right. It's in a ponytail.
That's
why you start getting grades?
You got to fade in the front. All right.
All right, nothing, motherfucker. You don't transition this conversation. You a guest. No, you gonna stay on this shit. You don't try to like moving on to what?
Right.
No, you gonna stay right here.
I tried to pull it.
Oh man, you see the love that we have, man. We got Juneteenth coming up this weekend. Yo, everybody know what Juneteenth is? Dave, tell them about a little bit what Juneteenth is about.
Juneteenth is
you're a historian, used to work in the schools. Tell them about it.
I mean, I'm just learning about Juneteenth, man. I mean, I know it's celebrating the day when slavery was abolished, to the best of my understanding. I know that there are gonna be some fire ass parties this weekend out in LA in Leimert Park, celebrating Juneteenth.
Leimert Park, that's what Dom Kennedy always be repping. Leimert Park.
You see it? You see that? Bam!
Okay.
Bam!
Okay.
Leimert Park is like the high, like black folks in LA only exist in like two places. So like Leimert Park is like the closest thing you gonna get to like a Hyde Park or a Bronzeville.
I was about to say, what would you compare that to in Chicago?
Bronzeville, Hyde Park, like
Garfield Park, Washington Park, Jackson Park.
Yeah. That's just where the black folks be hanging out at. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not hanging out there.
But back to Juneteenth, it's a celebration of our freedom, and I'm kind of glad that we're celebrating it. It's kind of weird now that it's a national holiday, because I'm always kind of like weary of like when the government is like
when they get a hold of things.
Yeah, a little bit, but is it a bad thing?
When you see a hummus stand at a Juneteenth parade, just know it's getting appropriated.
But do you think that because of this push that black people have made now, like going forward, maybe like starting like 2023 or 2024 or something like that, they might stop delivering mail on June 19th? Is that something y'all can deal with?
If it's by USPS, they ain't delivering that shit no way. Who give a damn? So I wouldn't care.
We just got a new postmaster, Eli.
That is true. Chicago did just get a new.
Got a new postmaster. So
they shipped their ass to Milwaukee.
They said that's gonna change.
Good luck, Milwaukee. Y'all shit about to be fucked up like ours was for the last 2 years.
Okay. That's new. That's new. Y'all got a new postmaster? Like y'all both knew that.
USPS has been so terrible. Yes.
Yeah, Chicago mail been messed up, man. Like it's been people that's been going 2-3 days without getting mail.
Oh no.
2-3 days, 2-3 weeks in my neighborhood. Yeah, and they got an attitude when you go up there and ask where my mail at. Bitch, I don't know. Like you can't talk to me like that. I'm a customer. And in the back of the line, and we can talk about it then. And by the time you get to the window, you done forgot what you was mad about. I remember one time I went to the post office on 63rd and 61st in Eberhard.
Off King Drive?
It's right off Cottage.
Yeah,
the Jackson Park post office, and it was like 4 people behind the desk. They was just talking. There was a long ass line, and this chick snapped like, "What the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all see this line ahead? Y'all ain't doing shit. Y'all customer service. Y'all need to do something." And she snapped, and they started working. And that was one of the only times that I high-five a thought, because I'm like, you know what? You actually make sense this time. Most of the time, y'all don't be talking about shit. But yeah, I feel you, because I was mad too. That's all it takes. A little fire into the ass, get them to work. You got to cuss them out. I was waiting in line one time on the one on 47th in Cottage, waiting in line for 15 minutes. As soon as I got to the line, it was my turn. These motherfuckers closed the door on the counter in my face. And I started beating on, hey, what the fuck y'all just going? We are on lunch now. So when Trump said that he about to shut the post office down, one of the few things I agree with, I'm like, shut the motherfuckers down then.
What this got to do with Juneteenth?
Because you brought up the post office. You said we got to do postmaster. So I'm sorry, I did go off.
I'm saying, what was your question? Or your?
He said they should stop delivering mail on Juneteenth.
Right,
they ain't delivering.
Because that's what it's going to lead to. They, if they make it a federal holiday, no mail will be delivered on that day.
That's all right.
Okay. And
I'm saying, Eli, you had a point or a current event about Juneteenth. I'm saying, what were you saying about it?
Oh, I'm just saying we got to recognize Juneteenth.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so and then this weekend, so they got this thing called Flash Mob. They go to different cities. It's about black men's wear. So it's a lot of black men get suited and booted, and they march through, and they just No, it just showed like a lot of. It's great for networking, suits, and all of that.
wait.
It's gonna be dressed to
what
impress.
What is this? This sounds terrible.
This is part of Juneteenth. What you mean terrible?
People go to the men's warehouse and get.
No. I didn't say men's wear. It's called Black Men's Wear. They page got over 300,000 followers, and they go to different cities and they do a flash mob, and someone bring their sons or whatnot. It's almost like a Million Man March type of thing. So they're gonna be here in Chicago. So I signed up for it. I went and got me a suit and fit it.
Ain't a flash mob when you started like doing like a dance or like Grease Lightning or some shit like it's a bunch of people
Dave. It's just listen, man. I'm trying to tell you what it is.
So Eli, are you telling me that if I put on a suit and because I choose to put on some J's with it, I'm lacking style and age?
Yes, that means you're not prestigious because people look at your shoes and your watch. You probably don't know that because you only wear
Eli
sneakers.
Samuels.
That's right. So I went and got. I'm be fitted.
So at what point do they look at your hair?
So you mean people with locks can't be professional?
Not with those kind.
You sound dumb as hell. That's why you ain't. That's why you won't be there because you won't qualify. Yeah.
Not with those kind of locks.
What's wrong with these locks? They
You
clean.
look like
They fresh. I get them done once a
Mortal
month.
Kombat.
Well, I could wear them in different styles. I also signed up for a private photo shoot so I can have some professional photos with my new hair.
I've seen your new headshots that you've been posting on your social media.
That was for the Eli Hamilton brand. This photo shoot I'm doing is for Elijah Hamilton. I'm a man.
You want to be a 25-year-old thought so bad.
Hey, Eli want to be 24 so bad, dog.
No. Just because I can pull them young, that don't mean I gotta act young.
You keep putting all that. You keep putting all that.
You just mad because you can't pull them young no more. Only thing you pulling is hamstrings. Get your ass out of it and ACL tears, both of y'all.
Hey,
it don't make no sense for you to have a head full of gray hair and you come to work out with all them fucking knee braces on like you Patrick Ewing's protege and you can't do shit. But you want to sit up here and talk about my hair.
This what Eli hear when he go to the barber shop.
No, sir, I don't do Beijing. Don't need to.
Dude stirring up the juices to spray in his hair.
Nope, don't need it. Don't even get it. No. You're gonna look back and you're like, why did I get all these cheap ass tattoos on all of my body? And why do I still got some goddamn Jordans and I'm 47 years old?
You know Charles Barkley don't wear dress shoes.
You know what? You must have a feet fetish to be paying attention to Charles Barkley when he sit behind the desk on the show for the whole time and Morgan Freeman in a movie that came out in the 80s. You got a foot fetish, sir. You just told on yourself. Who paid attention to all these shoes and feet but you? Now I'm done arguing with you. Now on to the topic.
Hold on.
How's this day?
Hold on. Before we go get
there. No, I tell you, ain't no transitions. You just go with the flow. That's all you do.
I got a segment that I didn't do last week that I meant to do. So I have a segment called This is Trash. And this is trash is when we reflect on things that we used to really enjoy as in your younger days, but now you kind of grow up and you realize it was some bullshit. So I think the last thing we did was Above the Rim.
And it was movies.
Yeah, that was a movie. Right, yeah. I said Above the Rim.
I don't think it was trash, but
Belly. Okay, but
so fucking crazy, no sir.
I want to talk about childhood candy because growing up in the '80s, nigga, we had some candy that was fucking ridiculous. Like, and we used to love that shit. But like, remember Pop Rocks?
Yeah.
Remember and we used to love that shit. But Pop Rocks taste like glass was exploding on your tongue, nigga. Like it had no goodness at all. But this shit was like literally cut the inside of your goddamn mouth. But we love that shit. Feel like you was eating just little glass shards.
Yeah.
It tasted like a party was in your mouth.
Don't you ever say that.
Don't you ever say that again.
I said pause.
Never say that. Never say that again.
Even the sucker that you dipped the Pop Rocks in was nasty.
I didn't even know about that. That's like
a sucker that came up.
Didn't you dip the Pop Rock? Didn't you dip a piece of candy in the Pop Rocks before?
No, the Pop Rocks, you just put them in your mouth and then your mouth would explode.
I'm sorry. That was fun dip.
Was doing some extra stuff.
That was Fun Dip. I'm confusing that with Fun Dip, but that was also weak too.
Fun Dip? I don't remember.
Yeah, Fun Dip wasn't shit once the
but sugar in a stick.
Once the Kool-Aid went away, and now you just had that big ass stick.
That tasteless white stick.
But that ain't even the worst one, nigga. The worst one, and then your parents let you do this. Your parents wasn't shit, or your grandparents, if they gave you them candy cigarettes.
Oh yeah,
man. And why did they make these? Why was it okay?
Smoking because you wanted to be grown, so you used to puff on and chew the gum afterwards.
No, yeah, but Eli, do you realize that the more you puffed on it, you was taking the flavor from the gum?
I only had them sometimes, but you know they was BC powder.
They were what?
That was BC powder in
the candy cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
That's the stuff you take for headaches.
You don't know that. You just talking shit. You know.
I definitely just made that up, but it seemed like it could be. If I had to give a childhood candy that was trash, I would say black licorice. It was the nastiest flavor, made no sense.
Yeah.
Black licorice.
And they didn't have to make it black. They did that because
why? And here's the thing. Why was the black licorice the worst tasting one?
Everything black tastes nasty, Eli. Just think about it. This is nasty because it's burnt. Just the flavor, just the color. Black is chocolate is brown, which is actually pretty amazing. But just black.
Cajun is famous in New Orleans, and that's black.
Have you ever had a drink with activated charcoal in it?
Terrible.
No.
But it does help your stomach though.
I'm like, fuck all that. I'm just talking about the drink, motherfucker. Okay, like
who drinks activated charcoal just because?
So is it warm? That means it's warm. The drink is warm.
It has nothing to do with temperature.
It gives it a black color. Like I made some bomb margaritas with some. I've been in LA too long. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm gonna be quiet.
Showing your age, sir.
Why are you drinking charcoal?
It's a cocktail, man. I have a cocktail book.
How do you activate charcoal? Do you like? It's like a fucking transform.
It comes in a capsule, and then you sprinkle it into the drink. It's not like I'm going outside to the grill and taking a piece of charcoal.
Right. That's what I'm. I mean, that's how you make it sound like. Yeah. Let me activate this.
And that's what it was called, activated charcoal. But it's for people. If your stomach is upset, it's actually one of them old school remedies that does work. Brandon said Long Boys was trash. What's a Long Boy? I don't remember that.
Oh man,
them coconut things with a real long dude on it. It was red and yellow.
That sounds so sexual.
Long dude
on the wrapper. He was real long. He was like stretched out, like them and Chico sticks.
Like what? Like what? Him?
Like you know.
James, do you remember any of this candy?
Oh yeah, all of them. All of them.
How many cavities did y'all have growing up? Because I didn't get my first cavity till I was grown, and it was like a mini
canal like 3 weeks ago. I'm still getting them bitches.
Dude, I got a root canal like a couple months ago. It was the worst experience ever.
Did y'all have
by Ciroc?
No, sir. They ain't paying us shit. Hell no. Did you have a lot of cavities growing up?
For him or me?
Both of y'all.
I
didn't start getting them till I was grown.
We didn't go to the dentist like that. My parents taught us very bad dental hygiene. Not gonna lie, like we didn't floss growing up. Like we just brushed our teeth and that was it. Like, and I went to the dentist, and the dentist was like, "God damn, like you got all this shit in your mouth." I'm like, well, I didn't know, you know. So I didn't have a lot of cavities, but if I was white, I would have done better.
I didn't start getting my teeth fixed until I went to college, and I was able to go to the dentist on their dime.
You went to like the government college, like
I went to SIUC. Like, so you didn't. So I don't know if they do this at HBCUs, but
no,
you get insurance through the university. We got insurance through the university. So if you was a student, you had health insurance as long as you was a student. Or if you already had health insurance through your parents, you can go and cancel that, and you got like $500 a semester back for that.
Word.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I would like to transition into our
Eli, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about right now.
That's because Eli went to fucking
I went to HBCU. Now say something.
That was rude. That was
HBCU.
Rude. That was rude as shit.
But you didn't have health insurance at the HBCU.
Did I? I might not need a health insurance. Well, I was under my mama insurance until I got grown.
That was hilarious. And Brown, you said something. He was like, "Well, I don't know, but anyway, on to the next topic."
Anyway,
what is you drinking? What is that?
Apple juice.
Oh, Remy.
Oh, that's good right there.
Yeah.
Okay, 1738.
I caught it on sale.
1738.
I don't drink brown liquor no more though.
I don't drink white liquor no more.
It's funny. Why?
Because like me and my wife, we was drinking and we realized that we was like drinking fifths of Ciroc in one night like it was nothing.
That's true.
Right. You could drink a fifth of Ciroc in one night like it ain't shit. And when it ain't on sale like yours, that shit is $27, $30 a bottle. That's amazing. I would have bought 30 of them. I would be making pina coladas for the rest of the summer.
I got a secret for you. Brown liquor goes just as fast. So be careful. And you're going to end up wanting to fight somebody.
I don't mix. I drink it straight and in small quantities.
Yeah. You shouldn't mix it with nothing. But I'm saying you can still get very aggressive on brown liquor. Be careful. I've had very bad fights off whiskey.
I'm not.
You used to get in fights, Dave?
Are you coming for my manhood? I don't fight. I've never got into a fight.
Because you just said, you know what I'm saying? You think that all people should be not capable, and you've been on this love campaign for the last 5 episodes talking about you. We should make love. I'm
gonna pay somebody to come cut your hair.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. Get aggressive. I knew you still had it in you.
Shut up, carrot head.
Oh, see, now, yeah, come on, June 19th. We coming on Father's Day. We can be about love this episode. We can't be about love this episode. You know what I'm saying?
Father's Day is not my favorite holiday. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's lost a parent. It used to be one that I dreaded very much so, but I've learned to like not really. I guess time heals, as they say. You know, but my dad taught me a lot of dope shit, and it's one of them things now that I don't have kids, but I'm also kind of like scared to have kids because I got very big footsteps to fill. And I don't know how y'all feel about that.
Yeah.
You know, but
everybody learns something different from their dads.
Whether it's good or bad.
Right.
It's good or bad, man. And I don't know. I think it's, you know, this is.
Did y'all grow up with y'all dads in your lives? Both of y'all?
Yeah.
My dad was in the household until he bounced when I was 13.
So you had him there for a good while.
But you know, when you get into your teen years, that's when you really need,
right?
You know, and it got pretty. You know, my father leaving didn't really affect me as much as it affected my sisters, my twin sister. But I mean, it didn't really affect me. You know.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
I'm not being funny. I'm just saying, like,
no, right. Cool. I mean, you know what?
It didn't affect you, but it probably made.
I don't feel like it did. It's not like he disappeared. He was still there. You know, my parents had split up, and then they got a divorce. And then, you know, I think around maybe 14, that's when it got rocky. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, you know, but it didn't really affect me. But, you know, there are some positive things and there are some negative things, you know, about my father. But I love my dad, though. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when my pops passed in 2011, you know, it was so much of the significant years of me coming into adulthood and coming into manhood that he missed that it didn't really sting as much when he passed. And I used to kind of feel bad, like, should I be fucked up about this? I mean, I cried one time when he passed, you know, at the funeral.
That was it?
Like, yeah, man. Like, and the thing is, I love my dad, bro, but like, I don't know, maybe that is something that maybe it's some suppressed type of emotions. I don't know, but you know, I just think that it was significant though, man. Like, I have a question for both of y'all. Like, what is something that your father told you, you know, that you would never forget? Like a gem. Like my dad used to always say this, or my dad told me this, and it resonated with me. What can you say in terms of like how to be a man? How to stand on your own that your father taught you?
Yeah, you want to go first?
One thing I never, amongst the many things he taught me, because a lot of things I do on my own is because I always watch my father do it. As far as fixing things around the house, saving that little bread instead of fixing on the con stuff like that, and just normal life stuff. Um, he always told me like, man, whatever you do, just don't let it control you. Should none control you but God, and that's something that always stuck with me.
So your father's he very spiritual guy.
Yeah. We grew up. Yeah, I grew up in the church, but just not even saying that as far as just anything, drugs, liquor, women, life, career. Don't let it control you. Still have your own free will and make sure that you can, because you only get one shot at this thing, life. Got to make the best of it.
My dad had a bunch of random nuggets. He said, son, when you go out and you drinking, you either have 2 beers in a shot or 2 shots in the beer. That's it. Right? I said, okay, Dad.
And it's obviously that you didn't listen to him.
I didn't. You're right. I remember when I became 21, and my dad used to go to the liquor store and get them little like Jack Daniel, like them little 99-cent
little shooters.
Yeah, little shot.
Yeah.
And then one day he just handed me one. He was like, son, you want one? And I was like, I'm a man.
Uh-huh.
I'm a man, Daddy. But my dad was like, he was always like notate stuff in books and have like random motivational quotes always just around the house. And when he passed away, I found something on like a little notepad, and it said, where there is time, there is hope. And I used that, and I internalized that statement to mean like, as long as we're still living, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, bro. Because there's still time for you to get it done. And whether that is you being the writer that you want to be, whether that is you being whatever you want to be. Like, don't let people tell you that you can't do it because you're still here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got from my pops.
With me, my father was like that. So he used to always try to give me like a book to read, and I'm like, man, I can't understand this, man. I'm not even, like intellectual enough at this point to understand this thick ass book. I'm like 8. You know what I'm saying? But I think my father he said, if people don't like you for who you are, fuck them. And I guess maybe that didn't resonate till I got a little older, but it makes sense now because that's definitely my attitude. Like, fuck you if you don't like me, I don't care.
It's very apparent.
Thank you. I wear it on my sleeve. But I think that was one of the things, man. But I got a tough question, and y'all don't have to answer this. But one of the things about our show, we just keep it 100, and I learned from things about my dad that I would like to carry, and there's things about my dad that I didn't want to be like. You know what I'm saying? I think that growing up with our parents, there are certain things that you like, I want to be better than this. And I think that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? I think most parents want their children to be better than them.
Yeah.
And they learn from their mistakes. So I would ask you all, both of you, and I'll chime in mine as well. And this is being very truthful. I don't have no shame, you know what I'm saying, because I love my dad. But what is something that you didn't want to be like, or a trait that you didn't want to have from your father that you work on every day to try to change or hone or be better?
To answer your question, everybody, so you got to always remember that he's still human. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. Can't nobody do nothing perfect. You know what I'm saying? And then also, generational things change by the generation. So the things that my father did or your father did won't be the same that we do. Because look at how they look at whoopings now versus how they looked at them back then. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So generationally, things change in a way we interact with our kids, you know, that just goes like that changes over time. You know what I'm saying? Because
For the better.
I mean, for the better, I can't even say for the better or for the because it's just different. It's just different.
Well, morals
It's
is
just
morals,
different.
though.
Right. I mean, but
And
I mean, morals is right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you're saying morally. I don't, you know.
No, I'm saying no, but moral is moral, and like the way your household is,
The inspiration came
every
from
household is governed accordingly. So
Right.
I don't necessarily look at, what I learned and grew up and the lessons that I learned growing up in my house just because society has changed. That means what I learned in my household was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something
Right.
like racism or something like
Right. That's
that.
what I'm saying. Right. That's
But
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So like for example, my wife would get on me and say like, man, you don't take the kids to the doctor. I'd be like, man, my father didn't take. You know what I'm saying? That was a mom thing. You know, my mom took me to the doctor. My dad had to go to work. Like my mom. So I'd be like this. So but now now I try to be like, okay, let me take them to the doctor. You know, try to bound. But in my I'm like, doctor. You know what I'm saying? No, dad had to go to work.
It's funny that what you see really, whether it's subconscious or it's not, like, or it's direct, but it defines what you do. My mom and dad never were like really like super affectionate. You know what I'm saying? Like they were like best friends, but I never saw them like kissing ever, like for real, like ever. So for me, like I've never been like one of them like PDA type people like that. You know what I'm saying? I've never been like, oh,
and Dave, I'm the exact same way. Are you the youngest, Dave?
I'm the oldest.
You the oldest, okay.
Right. So it's one of them things where it's like I have to learn to. So to answer your question, Eli, it's like, things that I'm trying to combat is kind of like trying to be more affectionate and not be so like not chauvinistic in ways, because I won't say my dad was chauvinistic, but my dad was kind of like
he was of his generation.
Yeah, he was of his generation.
I'm gonna tell y'all this because like and to y'all point, man, like maybe this could be like something in regards to therapy that I can look at, because I think sometimes when I even think back and I get to talking about some stuff with my dad, I kind of get a little emotional because I never really talked about it, and except when I talk about it on stage, man. So y'all heard the joke about I talk about like when my dad burnt the house down, you know what I'm saying, for insurance money, but he didn't let us know he was doing it.
That's why you decided to sell insurance?
No, that's PNC. But the first time that he told me that was like when I was in college. All these years, I thought it was like an accident, and he told me. And then I was talking to my girlfriend at the time about it, and I got emotional talking about it. I'm like, damn. And it's like certain things that he did that I tried not to do, like, and it goes deep. Again, nothing bad to say about my father. He was human, but one thing I think my dad did was, I think he kind of, honestly, I can say that I feel my father ran away from responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Like I have two brothers, half brothers from my dad, and he left them for when he came into my mom's, and this is before I was born, but like, and then he left us going into our teenage years. So it's like he never finished. He never finished until
he was a runner.
And I'm like, man, I never do that. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Now, does that make you feel like, because you know that your father did that, and then there might be something that you are potentially capable of, that you kind of be like, you know what, let me not even be in a situation to get tied down with somebody to even be in a situation?
I don't think my father ran away from the responsibility of raising kids. I think he ran away because he got tired of being with the woman.
No,
and
but
I think,
it's still the same question.
But I'm saying, in essence, he ran away from the children. So no, me, it's, to me, that's running away from responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm cognizant of that now, because, you know, I don't have any children to this point, and by the time my father was 40, he had six kids.
But it's still kind of the same question. I'm saying that, do you feel like you might not possibly have a desire to have kids because you feel like
that's not the case? It has nothing to do with that.
But one of y'all had said it at the top of this topic, how some things that you said that your father did, you feel like you might do or might not want to do, or things, or you might not feel, you might feel like you might be the same type of father that your father was. You will, in some ways, in the good, in the things you felt was great, of course you would carry that on. But in the men that you surround yourself with, that's how I would assume you would be similar to me, which is a good father. And then that's for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because think about the guys that y'all do hang around that got kids. I don't think y'all hang around no deadbeat dads. So how could you possibly be a deadbeat if you don't hang around them?
We hang around a lot of comedians, man. So I don't know.
But even all the comedians we hang around, I don't know none of them that be on some deadbeat dad type shit. Even the ones that you can think of got 10 kids. His kids are taking care. Their kids are taking care. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no deadbeat. It ain't no deadbeat dads. Not in the comedians in my circle that I might call on something other than comedy.
Yeah, no, you know what? I think, you know, these are just like, you know, with me, something that's like, okay, I watched my father's health deteriorate from like age 43 until he passed. Like the first time he had a heart attack, you know, I was in like going into junior high, and that fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad was like 43, and I'll be 40 at the end of this year. So that's something I think about constantly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I go to the doctor once, you know what I'm saying, twice a year for my annual checkups. I got an EKG when I was 32. You know what I'm saying? I get a calcium scan, a blood panel, like how's my heart? You know what I'm saying? That's one of my fears. I don't want to have a heart attack because I watched my dad. My dad, by the time he passed away at age 70, he had 6 heart attacks, 3 open heart surgeries, congestive heart failure, and then a stroke. You know what I'm saying? In 2004, when he could barely talk, he couldn't write anymore. That's when he started having his epiphany in life. You know, like, man, I'm sorry how I did your mom. I love y'all. Woo, woo. And I'm like, and that by that time, like, you know, I was grown. I was in college. I had my own life. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like me want to hang around my dad all the time. I had my own friends. I was running the streets. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the roles had reversed. When I really wanted them and needed them, like my pops was just trying to find peace. That's the selfish part about my dad, I can honestly say, because he, like, I just want peace. I just want peace. And it wasn't about him. It's like, bro, you got kids to raise. You got to finish. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I say that I don't want to skip out on, that I don't want to be like in that regard. But I know his heart, and that's one thing about my father, and I still love him, and I done judgment. One thing that I find out a lot, and maybe some of y'all can maybe, you know, relate, and it ain't got to be with y'all fathers. But you think about this though. You think about how with young boys, when their fathers step out, because this is in some situations, but not all. When their fathers step out and they leave the house, right? And maybe it's because the mother and the father didn't get along, but the kids is effective. And then, you know, in some cases where like the mother won't let the child see the father, or the father see the child because she's mad or whatever, right? And then the child grows up thinking like, yeah, dad, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't there, you blah, 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 blah. And then when they get to a certain age where they start dealing with women, or they might have kids, they like, man, I kind of understand it. You know what I'm saying? This woman is difficult that I'm with. I want to bounce. You know what I'm saying? She ain't let me see my kids now. At some point, they do kind of like, I understand now. And they kind of get it, growing into a man, like, yeah, same thing I dealt with. And it's like the cycle continues. And that's not all cases, nor is that an excuse for men leaving the house. But I think that a lot of times that our fathers are misunderstood because we haven't came into that role yet of being a man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's important.
Fathers get a worse rap in general than I think. And it's a lot of animosity towards fathers. You know what I'm saying? Like Father's Day is not a holiday in the Black community that a lot of people like to celebrate. And then they had this whole thing a few years ago. Remember this when the mothers
on Father's Day,
on Father's Day, and because the mother was like, "Well, I'm the father too," and people was like, "No, you're not the father," but she's like, "But I am," you know. So it's
without us knowing the whole story. You know what I'm saying? It's without us knowing the whole story.
But even still, Eli, in situations where the father ain't there, you got uncles, you got other men that's there, versus you saying it's Happy Father's Day to myself. That child, you know, they got some male. Even if it ain't, don't say you're a father because you're not a father. A father is just a totally different thing from a mother. A mother cannot be a father, physically and mentally. You just can't.
Yeah. I want to ask. It's a question, but it's also a point. Like in terms of, like, I would love to be a dad. You know, in terms of stuff. In terms of, like, I love kids, but I'm still not sure if I want to be a dad, even though I would love to be one, because I think that there's still a level of responsibility and selfishness that I struggle with. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you have the freedom to do what you want to do. And a lot of my friends who have kids, guys are like, "Hey, man, like, don't do that shit." And then,
but
like,
hey,
so,
but now with what you got going on in your life, it's aligned. So it's gonna happen, and when it does happen, everything that you thought you were selfish about will go away. Like that's not gonna be something that's gonna even still be in your head once you have a child.
Well, how do you balance it? I know you like nice things. I know you like nice Jordans and stuff like that. How do you balance what you want versus what your kids want
and need? You just do. Like I buy and sell shoes.
Oh yeah,
and that's to get what my kids need. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just about that, but you know, you take care of them first. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this. So, like, was you scared when?
Were you scared
when you first? Boy, shut the hell up, Brown. Was you scared? Were you whatever when you knew that Jasmine was pregnant with your first child? And how old were you at the time of that when you found that out?
Like 20, I think 22 or 23.
That's very young. You know what I'm saying? How did you feel when you first heard those?
Dude, you scared every time. Not just the first time, you scared every time.
What are you scared of?
I mean, the first thing hit your head is like, man, that's another $1 million you got to make throughout the course of your life. Because that's how much it costs to raise. That's how much I figure each kid costs to raise them up throughout the course of their life. $1 million. You know what I'm saying? That's another legacy you have to leave. That's just another life. That's another life that you have to care for. There's another life that you have to visit. That's another life that you physically have to provide for.
You know, so hold on. A statistical fact that it costs $18,000 a year to raise a child. So if you take 18,000 times 18 years, it's a lot of money.
Dude, I just said $1 million because $18,000 that don't factor in birthdays, Christmases. They might get sick, break a leg, hospital bill. Don't let their teeth look like your teeth. Braces. You know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with my teeth? I ain't never had braces, bro. That's one thing. My oral hygiene. We can tell you ain't never had braces. My oral hygiene is on point.
I'm not saying your oral hygiene is not on point, but that don't mean your teeth is straight.
My teeth is straight. My teeth is straight. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Didn't we tell you shut up with all that damn hooked on phonics shit? You go ahead.
But you know, it's just random stuff. And then you might get a kid that want to wear their hair like James, and then you got you gotta get your kid a permanent.
The audience can't see James. James, ain't nothing wrong with your hair.
No, I'm just saying, black people don't get straight hair. So my son, you have to get a permanent and leave it in to get his hair to look like James's hair. That's more money you got to spend.
Hold on, you permed your son's hair before?
That's what
I haven't permed his hair, but if he wanted his hair to look like that, if he wanted to look like a Temptation, hey man, let's do it.
We going into uncharted territory. Let's just.
Yeah. I'm just saying, kids want to dye their hair. Kids want to grow locks on. Kids want to grow 8 locks on the top of their head and pull them up straight into the. You know what I'm saying? Kids want to do that. Grown men, kids do want to do that. Kids do want to grow 8 locks and pull them up. Just 8. I don't want 9. I only want 8. Not 11, not 7, 8. I don't. Why the hell would you put 13 up there? I said 8.
I want an octopus on my head.
I want to be comparable to the ocean's friend.
You know what? I embrace the hate because it's the closest form of flattery that you can get to. So keep on, guys. You're just making me feel better about my decision.
What do you want? And then you bring in a picture of a blooming onion from Applebee's.
This right here,
Dave, your bland ass has had the same hairdo for the last 30 years. Yeah, that one. And look at your hairline. That shit, your hairline is really going back. And this in the corner. I tried to point to the screen like people can see it.
I must say, Dave, you have been getting that same cut with the little curl part for about.
I ain't even the curl part no more. That's just my actual bald spot going on.
Oh shit! That's just
look at balding, in the design.
You've been getting. I probably met you about 2011, 2012. It's been
balding in the design, and we're not even gonna talk about you. But the bottom line is that all the great dads out there, we're not perfect as men. You know what I'm saying? But I salute anybody who's trying to do the right thing. I've met. I know guys who were shitty fathers, and at some point they came into the light like, man, you know what? They started being. I seen them start making like an effort to really be in their children's life, and that's the thing, man. Sometimes people not ready; they don't really know how. Maybe their fathers wasn't there to teach them how to be, a man or whatnot. And like, as long as you get on track at some point,
ain't none of this shit easy, bro.
Right, it ain't easy.
I think being with one woman is a very hard thing to do. And so, like, if your dad and your mom stay together their entire lives like mine, I know they went through it, And I think as black folks, we don't really like to go to counseling, but you need couples counseling, you need personal counseling. Like, I don't see how people went through that stuff without doing that shit.
Their whole life without counseling, right?
Mm-hmm. Their counseling was like they side chick, some liquor, you know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, we're not gonna get into that because I have my own reservations about that. But hey,
what are you talking about?
Nothing.
Sad chicks because his dad left, so he don't like to talk about sad chicks.
I ain't got now. That's the polar opposite. I wasn't even gonna say that.
So what was you gonna say? Please let me know. Now I'm intrigued.
No, I've heard from successful marriages from the men that you should have a side chick in your marriage. I'm saying like that's the best way to work. But again, we that's why I didn't want to get into it because
I'm married.
Down a rabbit hole.
That's just
and go down a rabbit hole.
I need to fall in love with somebody, Eli.
I've been in love twice. Yes, maybe I love, but I don't know if I've been in love.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need a dating game for you. Like
you don't need shit for me. I don't need that.
Yeah, you do. I
don't need that. Brandy talking about here we go. Please don't get her started. Please.
Eli was in love with the Coca-Cola company and comedy at once, and they both broke his heart. Coca-Cola comedy, no!
They took my house.
This ain't about me. I'm not a father. This is about the fathers. We can talk about this another time, but I understand. That's all I'm saying. You need some type of release.
Yeah. I don't. Being a dad definitely changed my whole perspective on things.
How so?
It put goals. It make you want to do this thing we call comedy and be successful at it even more.
you live. It sounds like you're living for somebody other than yourself.
Right.
I think is that as comics, I feel like we are in the most narcissistic, like
Industry.
selfish business to be in, and so like it's all about us. And for me, like when I don't have kids, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always thinking about Dave. But now I'm getting married. It's somebody else now, right? But I feel like is there ever?
But you know what? It don't even have to be about kids. But like, you ain't gotta have kids because I feel like my life is bigger than me, and I don't got kids. You know what I'm saying? But I have an obligation and responsibility to those who look up to me.
Okay. And do you ever feel like, in terms of like, like you love your wife, you love your kids, but is it ever like, I gotta take care of my kids first before I take care of my wife, or I gotta like, because my mom would say, is there ever like a not a competition, but is
right.
Who do I take care first?
Well, me and my wife work together to take care of the kids.
I got you.
And so I guess I could, you know,
it's a very calculated answer right now.
Everything is calculated when you're doing like even shopping. You know, when you go out and get something for the kids and not for the wife, or for the wife and not for the kids, or for yourself and not for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to be calculated perfectly. Like I can't buy myself 3 pairs of shoes and not buy nobody else nothing.
That's very.
How you got all them shoes then?
Huh?
Seems like somebody's been getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah, Eli.
Let's talk about it.
No, nobody got the short. I just ordered my friend a pair of sandals just like mine before we jumped on.
No. We're not talking about sandals. You keep bragging about I got all these $300, $400 pairs of shoes, but you got kids and a wife. You know what's and now it makes sense. Some of that shit is knockoffs. Because you definitely taking care of your family, but you can't take care of your family wearing all them expensive shoes. Eli, and we know you ain't got no life insurance.
Only thing that needs to be knocked off is your hair.
Whatever. My hair is fine, and the more you talk about it, the more I want to keep it.
That's my youngest daughter right now.
The more that you oppose it, the more I love it, because I don't want to be shit like you in your fashion.
Come here, Everly.
One thing I can't say about him, he do got some beautiful kids though. They're beautiful children though.
What you do with that pull up?
All kids are beautiful.
Not all of them.
No, Dave, they're not. You ever had some kids try to come up like it's always be the kids who want you to hold them like, hey, pick me up, and you like, oh my gosh. They always want to play with you, like, and they want to play and hit you and run. You just let them run away. Like, who the fuck? What the hell is that?
It's a child on a podcast right now.
I want to see Eli's baby pictures and say all kids are.
Look at my Instagram. I posted it, bro. I was a handsome ass baby, cute,
with Chico sticks and
never had cavities. I know you was ugly as shit as a child.
You just gonna ignore the fact that it's a little girl on his lap.
At least I didn't stay ugly.
You gonna hear it somehow. Her dad is a comedian. I'm sure she done heard some of his stuff.
I did not stay ugly. I grew up to be this.
So hold on. Where are you at this picture?
What the hell you think I'm at? Which one you think I am? It's a grown man and there's 2 girls there and a boy. Which one you think is me?
I don't know, man.
Are you the one?
You might be transgender. I don't know.
Boy,
are you the
so
one?
Stupid.
You the one sitting on the lap?
You trying to be funny? No.
So you saying that you were a handsome child?
Yeah.
You the one standing in the front, right there in the front?
I'm the one on the end with that white shirt on. Boy, I was.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You look like Bugs Bunny with no ears. Like it's
remember that little boy that almost fell down the elevator on Good Times because he couldn't hear them saying stop?
No, we don't know about that. No, I was grown then.
Were you drunk in this picture?
It was my cousin's 50th birthday.
And y'all
that's not what I asked.
Touching.
Yes, I was drunk.
You would never see me and Dave take a picture like this.
Well, is Dave your daddy? Because that was my daddy.
I thought you said your uncle.
No, I said it was my cousin's 50th birthday. That was my dad. It was a Father's Day joint. That's why the pictures with the man is my dad.
I still don't think we would take a picture with our heads like this, though.
Maybe you ain't affectionate with your dad. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's something you need to address, that you need to go to therapy for. How about
Dave,
that?
you got any pictures with your dad like this?
No.
I think I posted one today of us chilling, but I don't think it was cooler than that. It was like, hey, what's up? Look at that space.
Y'all foreheads not touching.
Yeah, you're right. That's a cool picture right there. Like,
James, you got any pictures with your dad, your forehead's touching?
No.
Are you homophobic around the affection and love with your parents?
No, I'm not.
That's an issue that you need to address.
I'm
I kissed my dad on the cheek like the mafia all the way up until he passed away. The grown man, all right, pops, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, if it was in the mouth, that would be something very questionable. But
Eli, the thing is, you can kiss somebody on the cheek and your forehead still don't touch.
And that's the affection part that you was talking about. You didn't grow up in the house. That's why it's hard for you to be affectionate with your kids. And maybe your dad wasn't affectionate with you. Now we can have another episode of this about therapy and men growing up don't know how to show their father's affection, but we ain't talking about that right now. Okay?
No, our foreheads never touched.
Yeah. Our foreheads touched.
So when are we having children, fellas? Eli.
M got enough for me and you, so shit.
I'm done.
You got what, 3?
Yeah, I got 3.
That ain't that many. That's perfect. That's a perfect number.
That's nice. And you had them while you were young too. How old are you now? 34?
33. I'll be.
What?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
You having a stroke?
I'm saying I'm 33, you know.
And when you gonna be 34? He lying. That's why he doing that.
I'll be 34 in August. August 8th.
Oh, you old bastard. Oh, come on.
Not old at all compared to us. Yeah.
When did you start getting gray hair, M?
After the second one.
Okay. Well, as far as when I'm having children, maybe in the next year and a half, 2, maybe. I don't know. Dave about to get married, so shit. Dave might.
Dave gonna have a baby within the next 10 months.
Honeymoon, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think Dave gonna make a great dad, though.
Yeah.
I think you'll make a great dad, Dave. You know. I think we are gonna be great dads. I mean, M, you're a great dad. I mean, we talked a lot of stuff about you and stuff. You know how you, a lot of times, how you would try to rag us because, guys, I gotta go home. It's 11 o'clock. I can't hang out because I gotta go home with the family. We used to roast you and shit like, man, you weak as hell. But
no one talks like that.
You did, and you do. But hey, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I know you had to get home. You know what I'm saying? You had a curfew for the first 4 years in comedy, but you was a great day. You had responsibilities, man. And I understand it though. Don't say nothing. Go ahead, Dave. What you about to say?
I think that being a dad though is really profitable in our industry because a lot of times they have these jobs and they want family material. And we try to write family centered stuff, but we don't have families. We don't know about the lives they live and the things they see. Most of the shows you watch are about families, whether it's the Upshaws, the Jamie Foxx show, and even the old school joints like the Cosby Show, the Fresh Prince. Like it's very few shows that are just about like single lonely people in their 30s and 40s. Like
who didn't want a family like the Cosbys, man? I wanted to be a part of the Cosby family so bad when I was watching that show growing up. I thought they were so cool. They had fun, all the scenarios and episodes and stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like the ideal. For them to take that out of rotation because of somebody, whatever. We ain't gonna go down that road.
No, that's a good show. Like, I mean, that's a whole different episode. That's like, should that show be taken off air?
No, because it highlighted a positive black family, man.
Side note, I was at my neighbor's house and he started playing R. Kelly. And people was like, yo, turn that off. And then people was like, it is banging though. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, that's always the
catalyst for it.
It's like, man, I hate him.
Man, great topic for the next episode. If we was to start, digging in people's past that we wouldn't watch no TV, no music, no nothing because of whatever somebody did in the past. We could not enjoy it because now these people who've grown up to be amazing celebrities and influencers and pioneers in history and whatever respective field they grew up to be in, now we got to dig in their past and they wasn't perfect, tear them down. They wasn't perfect, tear them down. Then we just gonna live in prehistoric ages all over again. So
everybody,
but
but I think that's a good way to get on out of here, man. I think that we've had a great talk today about fatherhood with you, Em, and talking about the ups and downs and the realities of being a good parent, and I hope to join you at some point. A part of me that's still kind of reluctant is that I used to be a teacher for so long, and I had my interaction with the kids, and that was enough. I was like, oh man, like I had like a lot of mentees. I still mentor a lot of kids, so I don't necessarily miss, but that interaction. But then I don't have one of my own.
Right, it's a difference with your own kids and other kids. It's a big
difference. If I could skip the teenage years, it would be easy to say, I want kids. But them teenagers, oh my gosh, I do not care for teenagers.
Thank you. Is it Deja or Deja?
Deja Clemens. Good job,
Deja.
y'all.
Thanks,
Deja. Thanks, Brandy, and everybody else who joined in for the show today. But we definitely appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, we need y'all, man. I think we had like 11 people
on
the
chat right now.
But man, thank y'all for having me on, man. I appreciate this, man. It's always good talking to y'all, man. Always good talking to the brothers I started with.
Can you go? And how can they find you on social media? And what do you have?
Hurry up. She gotta go to the bathroom. I'm potty training right now.
That's part of the fatherhood right there.
Hurry up. She gotta pee.
So how can people follow you and what do you have coming up?
You can find me at M Brown is funny. M Brown is funny on Instagram.
And that's EM, not M. EM.
That's EM Brown is funny on Instagram. What I got coming up.
Oh, you know what you got coming up, man.
I got. See, look, I got the Dave Hellum Comedy Fest. Let me tell y'all something. If you would have told me 10 years ago I was going to be performing at the Dave Hellum Comedy Festival, I would have told you, no, man. But a week ago, Dave called me, man. He invited me to come and perform at his 3-day event here in Chicago at North Bar, man. Get y'all tickets, man. He got 3 amazing lineups, man. We just gonna have fun, like old school style.
Man, it's gonna be such a ball that weekend, bro. That's Saturday night.
I hate I'm gonna be gone, man.
That's Saturday. Yeah, I'm sad you're gonna be gone too, bro. Like, I wish you was in town for that.
Yeah.
That Saturday night is you, it's Erica Clark, it's Leon Rogers, Maddie Ryan, and I got like 2 special guests that night.
Yeah, so it should be dope, man. I'm looking forward to it.
It's gonna be great.
I can't wait.
Get y'all tickets for a dope comedy summer series. I'm excited to come back to Chicago and see everybody. I'm sad you're not gonna be there either, but
shout out to Dave Hellum, man. Dave Hellum, man.
Shout out to you, brother.
He ain't got no big money yet, and then look what he's doing. I can't wait to get that big money, and he'd be like, call me like, hey man, we at that place in your background.
That's what I'm looking forward to one day when I'm a showrunner, and I'm like, man, look, I know.
Speaking into existence, man. It's coming.
It's just doing the right
thing. No, I'm talking about when you call and you be like, my Dave Hellum Fest is at that theater in the background behind you.
But that's still like short-term money. I'm talking about when I call you and I say, hey, I know you ain't been in the writer's room technically yet, but you about to start. You know what I'm saying? Because I know your mind is dope.
I can't wait for that neither, man. That's
the goal right there, bro. Like, you know what's funny before I get out of here is that I'm seeing my friends create TV shows and all they do is hire each other. I don't know if you've been watching them shows like Pause with Sam J.
Yeah, I watched Sam.
All our niggas is on that show writing for them, bro. It's just friends hiring friends.
I just seen what's it called was on there.
Amy Shanker.
Amy Shanker was on the last episode. That last episode it ended kind of weird, but hey.
Kevin Iso. Got a show on Showtime.
Degenerates or something like that, right?
No. It's something about Brooklyn. Like it's Kevin Iso and it's a
Flatbush
white
Misdemeanors.
Yeah, Flatbush misdemeanor, right?
Misdemeanor.
And you saw Fab, over Fab, the chick from New York that did Lab
Chanel
Track.
James.
Man, she was, man, I'm telling you, bro.
Black
like
Monday. I love that show. Oh my God. I don't even watch oh man, that shit's so good.
Once you realize that the power that we have, and I try to like stress this even to you, Eli, is like we have so much juice that we don't even know that we have. But a lot of times people want to be gatekeepers and keep you from having that juice.
Right.
You got the juice. You just got to have people to
working together, man, and just leveraging the networks within each other. That's why, man, it's the organic aspect of us coming up together. I mean, to be honest with you, we've been fucking like family since like the last decade, a little over 10 years, you know what I'm saying? We didn't watch each other grow, have kids, get married.
Bro, we didn't watch each other at our worst and best. No joke.
Yeah.
Eli was with me at one of my most vulnerable times ever in my life.
Huh?
I was literally going on stage and they called me and told my grandmother died. And it was a show I was doing with Eli.
Yeah.
Literally going on stage. Eli's bringing me on stage. I'm on the phone. They said your grandmother just passed away. And I had to go on stage and do like 15, 20 minutes.
And he got on the head.
But at the end of the set, I broke down.
Yep.
I broke down.
It was a private show. Yeah.
I broke down. Like in front of the whole crowd, broke down. Like, man, I gotta go.
Yeah, man.
That's why I still like coming home to do shows, but at the same time, I want these shows to be so much bigger. Like, and it's unfortunate that in Chicago, I feel like people still look at you as like you a local ass comic still for doing stuff. It's like you got to kind of lead to kind of like get the admiration for stuff.
Yeah.
But it's my absolute passion or desire is to have shows in bigger venues, and I think it might have to happen outside of Chicago. Like, I don't know why people just don't have more traveling. And Eli, you kind of used to do this back in the day, but I don't see why more people don't take these funny ass Chicago comics who will kill anywhere in the country and have a name like, let's say, a niche or somebody that's like the star. You know what I'm saying? Like a person that's going to be like the draw. Yeah. And everybody else is just like the friends part. But guess what? You going around with these people,
right?
And y'all just getting busy.
I mean, it can still happen. It can still happen, man. I mean,
that's
once you remove a lot of the egos out of the way, like
I call that the Nelly concept.
Plastic cup boys, same shit.
Yeah, plastic cup boys.
A lot of us don't want to be a plastic cup boy. We want to be Kevin Hart, and it's like,
I'm saying the ego is in a way, but without taking us on too long, man, just want to thank him again for coming on, man. Appreciate it, brother. Got a lot of love for you, man. This is my man. So make sure y'all follow him.
And Brownie is funny, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Once again, man.
Yes, sir, man. Signing out. Tune in next Thursday. We got a
subscribe to the podcast.
We might actually, you know what? No, we're gonna release the episode on Friday because next Thursday, Dave, you got obligations. You're gonna be at where in Santa Monica?
Santa Monica at the West Side Comedy Theater.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll figure it out. Yep. All right, peace out, Brandy.
All right, y'all.
All right, be smooth. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Father's Day to everybody.
All right.
Juneteenth. Peace.
Got it. Yeah, well done. Yeah, you texted me late as hell, dude. What the fuck? Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.